I just hate Hero Forge.
Don't say that on stream. We'll never get that sponsorship.
I hate to break it to you. We were never getting that sponsorship.
I know.
I honestly didn't realize we were live, so there you go.
You're muted, Booty.
Hello. How's it going?
Hello.
How's everybody doing?
Red.
You don't look that red. Okay, no.
I look red.
You do. You
I
do.
look red.
Can't do it.
The weather today is hot over here.
Try shining your light on the wall behind your monitor.
There really isn't a wall behind my monitor.
Oh, okay.
I've bookcases behind there. So
Right on your
that's
ceiling.
from-
Yeah.
Provided your ceiling is as white as you.
As you flashbang yourself.
Yeah. You just see Alvin in the corner. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Basically.
Ooh la la.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, that's not bad. That's
Better.
not bad.
Looking.
Still red. Still red, but better.
Not
yeah.
nearly as
So-
red.
So two quick tips you can do in almost any environment, depending, is light up whatever's behind your screen so that you're not as your face isn't dark as compared to the light your screen is emitting, and the other is have a light somewhere in your background on the wall, and that can help balance out the whiteout effect that a lot of cameras have. But none of that really matters right now because it's Wednesday, and that means it's time for some Rise of the Everchosen. But first, we have a couple quick announcements. Fox?
We do. It's Wednesday, my dudes, and we're back. We're doing this. I'm committing to it. We're back. Today is Rise of the Everchosen because Booty's taking a little break from the GMing seat and Azrael's back in it. So we'll be here for a couple weeks. How long? We don't know. Alright? We're figuring it out. Join us either way. On Sunday we'll be back for Herald of Rain, you know, bunch of assassins, just a bunch of guys, just a bunch of dudes wanting to stab each other. It's great. And then next Tuesday we won't be having When Nine Lights Rise, but the week after we will be. So keep an eye out because we're going through the High On Testing Grounds, a one-shot unlocked, a little adventure that was unlocked by all the money that we're raising. Speaking of money that we're raising, another thing, we're raising money for Extra Life for an entire year. We've got another 230 something days left on the calendar, and so far we've managed to raise $300 odd. Thank you to everybody who has done so far, and anybody who has a little extra left over, donate to the kids. It goes to MAC Ontario, and Children's Hospitals funds life-saving treatments that they may need, so it's a good cause. Other than that, we have Booty coming in here looking for attention with... What the fuck is that?
So, dude.
I shouldn't have committed to this bit. Permanent now, isn't it? Anyways, we got other side projects. Booty does streams where he does look like that.
Oh,
How
you're
was the
talking
Joe
about
Jurassic
that
stream?
Joe Jurassic guy.
It was actually very
Yeah.
funny. I caught a bit of it. It was great.
Yeah, he's running a great park in Jurassic World if the game would just stop crashing.
So go and see
Oh.
Booty crash his stream.
All right, I fixed my redness.
Alright. Speaking of redness, you know what you can customize to be red? Springer's knives.
Yeah, true.
Mm-hmm.
You can
Mine is
customize
red, but
the
mine is
handle
blue
and the
gold.
blade. Yeah. So if you're not into the blue and yellow, you want a little green, you want a little red, little color of the rainbow, a tiny little red knife for stabbing annoying people. Springer's knives, hand forged, and always sharp.
Yes.
Damn.
I mean, literally, I've never had to sharpen this.
Yeah. I think that's all we have for announcements. Back to you, Ezra.
Okay. Who wants a recap?
Who doesn't have inspiration? I does not have
I
inspiration.
don't think any of you have inspiration.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Well, in that case, I'm always a hoe for inspiration. Let's go. We started off with Othira healing herself. We were in the middle of the fight. Archaon jumped out of a portal to beat our asses after we beat the ass of one of his little demon buddies. Closed another portal. Then Archaon came and he was like, "How dare you mess up my carefully laid plans?" And he served our asses up to us on a platter. Every time we missed, he moved, and he basically knocked Alder unconscious, and then he knocked Tobias to death. I managed to stop Alder from going unconscious, could not stop Tobias from dying. It's part of his character at this point, just getting murked. We
By
panicked.
crits. It's always by crits.
It's
Yeah.
always by crits. Don't get crit. Yeah, so with Tobias's dead body and Alder holding on to scraps of life, we teleported out of there. Got our asses handed to us by teleport, because that's how it'd be. 3 times. 3 times. So, yeah, we ended up in some random ass place, because the teleportation did not go the way we wanted it to. And it was a castle. A wizard's tower that we ended up in the top of, and next to us, lo and behold, an orc.
Mm-hmm.
Because of course there was an orc. Of course there was.
Exactly. There had to be a great welcome party to Kislev.
Yeah. So we managed to not die, bring Tobias back, make friends with this orc fellow. Turns out we're in Prague, not the fun kind. And Ray's dead, took some off time. We had a little beach episode, and by beach episode, we sat and cried and read books. So, same thing. Yeah, then we invested in some potions, and right as we were about to head off back to Ulthuan, a bunch of people decided they'd rather throw hands. So that's where we left off.
Side note, I really think Tobias needs to heavily invest into some adamantine armor.
If only we had a wisdomous person to tell you to do that.
If only you were near a civilization that dealt with adamantine.
Mhm.
In Prague? Couldn't be.
I mean, you're not far.
In Ulthuan? Couldn't be.
No.
No, which civilization is it? I don't actually know.
Dwarves.
Where dwarfs?
Where would you find dwarves? If you wanted to find dwarves, where would you possibly go?
In the deepest reaches of a mountain.
Right.
Does not know geography. Although
We're
I do
pretty
live in
close
Europe.
to the mountains.
Okay. Thanks, Booty.
If
Give
you
me
if
something.
you
That's
went
you.
we're not on the global map screen.
Yeah, you. What the fuck? I hit the fucking thing. I hit activate. It just
There
didn't
we
want to
go.
activate.
Sure you did, bud.
Game paused.
I don't give a fuck if it's
Yeah, but
paused.
we can still see
Well,
the
then we
videos.
can't see.
Yeah, it's blocking the middle of the
There's a-
screen.
Oh my
It's
Jesus, you
an-
fucking princesses.
Bar.
Okay, here's you. Here's mountain range.
Well,
Mhm.
I'll think about it as these two are having it out. Speaking of, I believe we were holding hands when somebody decided they would rather throw hands.
Exactly. Because Milgrim's only incentive so far to join you guys is, hey, we know where Big Fight is.
Now,
But he wants fight now.
I do want to point out, I did go back and watch the end of last session, and Cardinal did make a point to go, whatever, and then cast teleportation as they agreed to a fight, but I'm curious what Donnie's gonna go with.
Hey, Booty, I'm gonna kill your character.
I'm here
I
for
don't
the
care if we're
chaos
one-
in every game, regardless of if I'm involved or not. So,
Yeah, but I'm the cleric here. Can't deal with the stress, dog.
I would say Cardinal needs to roll a D100.
Okie dokie.
On a scale of how many fucks do you have to give?
like 9, maybe.
That's 9 more than I thought.
That's
It's 91.
It's 91 fucks to give. Okay. Yeah, you'd see them squaring off, and you would do this before. You'd wait for them to have their dick measuring contest first, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Damn.
I'm just gonna take a seat and just like, let me know when we're done. We'll be here all day.
So Mogrim and Othira need to roll initiative.
That's a 7.
Off to a great start.
16.
Where's my character? There's my character.
We're on the world map. Do we have it?
I mean, if you
Do you
just
have a-
like, no, I didn't make
Okay,
a map
yeah,
for you
there.
guys to have a mono.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Yeah, our characters are down by air.
The only downside is we can't get within 5 feet of each other.
That'll do.
As I move myself.
Okay, so you start running at each other in the middle of this wizard's tower. Yeah. First to bloodied loses.
Okay. If we have a little bit of room, I'll try to do a little bit of a running start.
Yeah, I said you guys start by running at each other.
Yes. Get ready. So Mogrim just gets this big old toothy grin on his face, and he just bum rushes you with a loud barrel-chested, I'll give my best attempt. Whoa!
Solid 8 out of
And
10.
Mork approves.
yes. I'm going. Find button. Oh, that's not. I'll have to change the name again. As I rage, which I had renamed in D&D Beyond to be Wa, but see how it is. See how it is. And then, because rage is a bonus action. Yes, bonus action.
Hmm.
And then I'm going to attempt to smack you upside the head. That won't work on a 3. We'll try again. There we go. 25. Situation. 8 from charging, because I have charge. And shit, what was the other one? Divine Fury. Do I, for like Divine Fury, do I just click it, or do I just add in the damage into the damage?
What kind of damage is it? It's radiant or
necrotic or radiant?
what type are you using?
Radiant? Shits and giggles?
Okay, just add it. Just do the plus however many it is.
Ah, okay. If I click it, it comes up with a damage window, so
Yeah, you can do that too.
hit. For a whopping 32 damage.
Holy shit.
Mogrim gets one really big hit a turn, and then one regular hit. And that's Mogrim's first turn.
Alright. I'll move forward. And I am going to...
I'll do it
You,
next. I just
you
forgot.
said you're done.
Yep, no, I'm good. I'm good. It was just a, oh, I forgot something. I will do it later.
A second attack?
No, I did the second attack. I forgot I have mastery.
Oh, you have 2 attacks. I forgot. Yeah, my bad.
Well, I'm gonna try and hit you. You didn't reckless, right?
No.
The fuck, man?
Gork disapproves.
Smoker
11
blasts in the
missed.
face of your piddly
24 hits.
attack. It does.
I'm going to Divine Smite that. I'm gonna roll regular first. So my regular attack is going to try and roll that again because that sucked balls. $23 points of damage, and then Divine Smite. Smite. Damage at 3rd level.
Shit. Going big here.
May as well. I rolled like shit! 12 points of damage.
Then, as your attack hits me, I'm going to use deflect attacks. Reduce damage. For 11. I'll take 11 off.
Tobias is gonna lean over to Alder and go, "You think they'd be pissed if we just left him here?"
I think it'd be really funny.
And then, if you want a
He's
attack
gonna
of
win.
opportunity,
I-
Mogrim is battle style is hammer and anvil. You happen to be the anvil.
Yeah, 21.
Athera, don't you dare lose to a man. I believe
it's-
in you.
it's
Come on now.
disadvantage because I have the speedy feat.
Well, you need to say that first.
Sorry, I
Still would have hit.
Cool.
I can re-roll. Savage Attacker is on once per turn, right?
Yes.
So I'm going to try and re-roll that. $24 points of damage.
okay. So back up and then charge it.
See, the thing
Shits and
is he's
giggles.
got rage, so he takes like half damage on some of that.
Oh yeah, that's right. Whatever.
Not
is
all of
the-
it.
You're a pally, homie. Come on. Pump in that extra damage.
I did. The D8s are radiant damage. And the...
Right, yeah, because I just took off the 24 from that.
You don't worry about the health. I'll do it.
Okay. Alright, so I'm going to do this one at Reckless, because shits and giggles. So, advantage. For a 25 to hit. Do the same thing at our D8. And I'll also do Fury here in a second. Five. 5 on. So 23, and then second attack. Oh, and mastery. It's topple, I believe, for my lance. So it's a DC.
It's DC a lot.
I know it's DC something. I just have to try to. Sorry.
15, 19 strength test.
Ability check or
Save.
Saving throw.
save?
Yeah, save.
Nope.
So you are now prone. And I'm gonna just whack you again.
Oh, buddy.
And then this
I
would
think
just be
might
a
kill
straight
you
roll.
in your sleep, homie.
Would this be a straight roll if it's a melee attack from more than 5 feet, or how's that work?
Yes, you get advantage at within 5 feet.
Okay. Because then I already.
You can also just walk
started
forward the extra
using-
5 feet and hit her.
Yeah, I suppose it's not gonna make. Yeah,
He has
we'll do that.
advantage right now anyway because he reckless.
So, advantage. We'll just do it for shits and giggles. Let's see, 32 to hit, and this one's not going to be as big and chunky because I don't get to
That's
apply
okay.
my charger or divine fury.
You win. I bloody.
That's good. 26 damage.
Yep. I stand up. I look over at Cardinal. I say, he'll do. And then I'm going to heal myself.
Well,
And just
glad we did that. I'm almost done with my spell preparation.
No,
The hard part I have is in Foundry, it just lets you prepare as many as you want. So making sure I prepare
Mhm.
the right amount.
yeah, just double checking your numbers is always a little bit of fun. Where is the
So I heal myself for 55.
that one?
I could create undead dog. That's sick.
Uh-huh.
Oh, 6 level spells. Hero's Feast for sure. Planar ally. Anyways,
Just remember, I know specifically for Hero's Feast, it does consume something, so you need to make sure you seek it out and find it.
that's what I'm gonna do another one.
Because them elves have the fancy bowls.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, once everybody's... Well, that was entertaining. Get it out of your system?
That was a fun scrap.
Good. There'll be more where that came from. But they're cheer up, and I'm just gonna slap her on the side of the shoulder. We'll get him next time.
Just mainly to
Alright.
see what he's worth.
True. Alright, everybody hold hands. And sing
Just
Kumbaya.
before we go, Tobias is going to change his armor to look not quite like the fancy elf armor from Ultramon, but make it look very good, very presentable, and very expensive.
Okay. So now Cardinal is doing the teleportation.
Mhm.
Where are you trying to teleport to?
Oh, the one. There is a circle, I believe. I don't know if we
What-
know it.
You don't know it.
Okay. Well, then I remember a place we spent a lot of time, the library. Because we did a shit ton of reading there. I'm pretty sure. Research and stuff. So we'd be fairly familiar with the place.
Did you?
Depends on who and which library.
I know you did you spent a lot of time at the library in Altdorf. Did you? You might. You know what? Yeah, I think you did some research at the library in the Tower
Back
of...
when we really started to try and find.
Yeah.
Halagar went to the library to research dragons, but it wasn't the library over by Karnath.
Yeah,
I think
that one...
Cardinals specifically spent time at the Tower of Hoth's library looking up some other information. So yeah, I'll take that.
Tower of Hoth it is.
Roll your
I'm
D100.
I'm trying to click it. It's not letting me click, so I'm just gonna roll a D100. Yeah. 43.
Yeah, I'll say you're very familiar.
Thank you.
Looks like the way they described it, seen casually, is you've seen it more than once, but you're not very familiar. But if you spend a lot of time at the library, you're very, very familiar. The amount of time that you spent specifically in Karanat's office, no.
We're not teleporting to his office, we're teleporting to the library.
Yeah, so the teleportation goes off of that hitch. You're a little apprehensive, given the fact that the last time you tried to teleport, you got the shit kicked out of you by forces unknown. This time you finish the spell and you blink your eyes, and next thing you know, you're in the middle of the library, standing at the desk that you spent hours researching whatever at.
Give a little bit of a shiver. Well, that went well. I don't see what's so hard.
We should probably
Spellcasters.
warn the elves before they murder these two.
Oh, yeah. No. You got that handled, right?
Fine. Is there anyone around?
Roll a perception.
Turn to Alder.
13.
I think the power's getting to my head.
You teleported successfully one time. Let's see
Let's
you
keep a
do
tally,
it.
shall we?
Let's see you do it
Let's
when
keep
your
a
friend's
tally.
dying. Don't tell him I
Thanks,
said
Alder.
friend.
I'd say with the 13, you're looking around. Surprisingly, there is like no sign of life. There's no lights illuminating the room at all.
Jet lag.
Well, let's go
It's-
find somebody and announce ourselves, I guess.
Yeah.
Aren't you able
Yeah.
to?
Is it dark outside?
Can't tell. There's no windows.
You know, it'd be really helpful if somebody had Druidcraft.
You know, it'd be really helpful if somebody used the sending spell.
I don't have it.
Oh wow.
Listen, it's either Revivify or Descending spell. Pick one.
What's the weather like outside? Because Druidcraft doesn't tell time.
It's actually, the air in your hand is fairly warm, like a nice, comfortable temperature. Not too hot, not too cold. Very clear. There's no precipitation that forms in your hand.
Look at that. The weather's beautiful.
That'll do. I guess we head down to the tower of the reception table of this Tower of Hoth and see what they have for us, if anything.
Okay. I'm just trying to remember how this tower works. So you open the door to the library, and it's just black on the other side of the door.
Oh, was this the teleporting one?
No, we had to. I tried to trick the horses to get us into the tower, but I thought once we were in the tower, it was fine.
Can I tell what the fuck is going on here?
So you had to trick the horses to get through the wall to get into the towers, onto the tower grounds. You would remember that when you first entered the tower, there was like a wide open space as you went through that first door, but there was no stairs, there's no way to get around. It is a place where you wind up teleporting through levels.
Great.
Lovely.
Hello?
Well, fuck.
Anyone out there?
All you hear is, hello? Anyone out there?
It's the Everchosen.
Anyone out there? It's an Everchosen. It's an Everchosen.
I'm gonna try and remember how the guy who led us through here at that time did it and see if I can figure it out. When you say it's like nothing, is it like a plain black void?
Yes.
Well, I'm going to close my eyes and imagine the lowest floor really, really hard, like the entrance floor, and be like, please work.
Okay. You step from a carpeted floor, and then you hear what sounds like marble under your foot.
Crack open an eye.
You look like you're on that bottom floor that you first walked into.
Yeah.
Is she gone?
From your perspective, yeah, she just disappears.
Fuck. How'd you do that?
Neat trick.
I sit there for a minute in silence. God. Yeah, it was nice. I turn back. I do the same thing to get back to the floor we were on.
Now, does blind sight matter at all in this darkness?
No?
Okay,
It's a void.
I figured. But thought I'd ask.
If I step back, can I...
I mean, you know what? Fuck it. Roll perception.
What is my perception now? Okay. That is an 8 for an 18.
Fails.
It's dark.
I just said it fails in case you wanted to use your side bolstered knack or your other bullshit on top of that.
Well, yeah, sure.
Because I have to let you know that if you failed the DC or not.
Let's we'll add a D8 from side bolstered knack. Mark that off. Where's my D8? Plus 5, so 23.
Okay. So, in this case, your blind sight does show you something as you walk into the void. I need you to roll a sanity test for me.
Oh, no.
Yeah, for the raid.
Quest
What's my
accepted.
Hey,
sanity
welcome on in.
modifier again? Plus 1.
Alder has just decided to step into the void between levels on a magical tower and find out what the fuck happens.
That is a 7.
You're going to take 25 psychic damage as you perceive the void that momentary second between one reality to the other. You pass through what is the most maddening thing you've ever seen. Up is left, down is front, yes is Y, purple is orange, all of this. Like, your mind cannot come to grips with what you're seeing, and it is taking everything in your power to not instantly lose your mind because you want to peer behind the curtain.
Nice.
Okay.
Now, if I were to attempt to return from where I came down to the ground floor and go back, try to tell the
You
guys
show up
how
at you show up at the library.
Oh, I figured it out. So, Think really hard about the ground floor of the Tower of Hoth, or just hold on to me and hope it works.
I'm gonna grab Mogram and think really hard about the ground floor and try and take a step out the door.
Okay, you both disappear.
Think
You wind up in the lobby.
I'd grab Cardinal.
Sweet, I got you. Alder?
I'll grab Cardinal with a nosebleed.
What the fuck happened to you? I don't know.
Not like just any nosebleed. Like his face is doused in
Uh-huh.
blood.
What the fuck happened? I'd left for 1 minute. What did he do?
He looked into the void.
And it looked back. Ugh. Typical. Like, have both their hands on my shoulders, step down, bring them to the lobby, and let's get the fuck out of this tower, shall we?
Okay. So you walk up to the doors that were the exit.
Try it.
They're locked.
Do you push or pull?
I don't know. What do they normally? I do both. I push, then I pull.
Wrong
They don't
answer.
budge.
They're sliding.
But as your hand comes in contact, you feel more than hear a bell ringing,
Uh-oh.
and within 2 or 3 seconds, you feel a presence behind you, and a very tired voice goes, "Oh, you've returned."
Indeed we have. Who is
And
this?
It is Karanath.
Oh, sweet. Karanath. You won't believe the things that we've been through.
I mean, I have been studying to get as much information as I can to help you, so I probably will, yes.
Archaon just kicked our asses.
We defeated Zinch's demon first.
If
And
me
then he
and you are on
spanked
the
us.
first floor, are we part of this conversation?
Yeah.
You're all on the first floor,
Oh.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Oh, and, this is Morgrim. He's new.
He just kind of looks, wandering up and down, goes back to you, and goes, "Mercenary?
Cannon fodder.
Okay.
What happens to the
new
dwarf?"
friend. Well,
He's going through
He's-
something.
He poked the bear.
the dragon. He poked the dragon.
I poked that bear real good. Very young.
He just kind of like sighs and goes, "I know dwarves have interesting tastes, but did he have to sleep with the dragon?"
It was worse. He stole its kid. I've been trying to keep these fuckers alive, Karina. You don't understand. I left them for a minute. He decided to take a walk into the void, come out with a nosebleed.
They already know
Yeah, don't-
about Caligar's dragon.
Yeah,
I didn't know it was somebody's child.
Yeah, but yeah, we didn't know that it was.
they did float the
accidentally
possibility that it
kidnapped.
might have come from somewhere else,
Yeah,
right? That is one thing they mentioned.
but nobody actually like knew which dragon.
So when they mentioned that Alders looked into the void, like, Karanath gets a very shocked expression on his face, and he's like, "Don't." That brings you, like, the step between planes. You pass through the Immaterium, and you have an issue right now where you are actively infuriating the Chaos Gods, and you are observing their realm as you're passing through, or just casually. They know who you are. They want your soul. Don't open yourself up to that.
Yeah, it hurt like a son of a bitch.
I start crying, Karanath. It's so nice to hear a voice of reason. Sorry, I'm a little emotional.
Mogrim know how to close eyes, run straight, go through to other side, work every time.
Thanks, Morgrim.
Well, He might actually be an upgrade for you.
Well, we're sorry we woke you up so early. It didn't occur to us that jumping this far west would drop us in the morning.
Well, a lot of people do have this belief that the world is flat, when actually is more of a sphere. You might call it a ball. It's round. The way the sun works is it actually orbits around the planets, as far as we can tell. And so when it is night for us, it is actually shining brightly on the other side of the world.
What a preposterous claim. I love it.
Unless you find a way to
Prove the Earth is flat.
go beyond the skies and witness it for real, we can only base it on what we know.
Hmm.
Anyways, I have a feeling that we're going to have more in-depth conversations. So let's go up to my office. The moment he says office, you're there. He walks behind his desk, sits down, gestures, and 5 chairs, very comfortable and sturdy-looking ones, rise from the floor. Says, please, sit.
Can
Tell me what you know so far.
Chair.
Can Tobias imagine his chair being the same but a different color than everyone else's? And does it change?
It does not.
Okay.
Because it's not you bringing up the chairs. It is the high elf in front of you with magic you can't comprehend is creating these chairs out of the very fabric of the magical tower that you are inside of.
Tobias had to try.
Oh, buddy.
So we fought Zinch's demon. He flew. He was invisible.
Yeah.
Pain in the ass.
Controlled gravity. That was painful.
And then you figured that you had done so well that you would go pick a fight with the man trying to end the world.
Pick a fight.
No. He just
He
showed
found
up.
us. He found us, which we're gonna have to figure out how to stop, if possible.
Like I said, you are known to the Chaos Gods. There may be a way to stop them from telling him where you are, but I think that's going to be extremely difficult. Okay, so if I, as a DM, remember correctly, the information I gave you on how to defeat the Lord of Change was to use the essence of Nurgle that was inside of the golem at the base of the tower, correct?
Yes.
The
And that
crystal.
worked?
Pull out the pure white diamond. It worked.
Interesting, okay. So then the theory is correct, in that it is the opposite power needed to cancel each other out. And the other portal you closed was Slanesh. So that leaves Khorne and Nurgle.
What was the opposite power of Slanesh? I'm sorry, I'm not following.
Have you ever heard of the Great Game?
Have I?
Sherlock Holmes? No.
Roll a history, arcana, religion, one of those.
Anybody?
Anybody.
They're all the same.
Are you
24.
talking about in the future when Francis Clement wins the U.S. Open?
No.
24.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's the greatest game ever played. I'm sorry.
Anyone else trying it?
Yeah, I'll try.
Fuck.
You
I
said
think I
history,
could.
right?
History.
History, arcana, or religion?
It doesn't matter which one of those I click. They're all +0.
20, but if that fails, I can add to it.
I mean, shits and giggles, I'll roll it just to see if Somehow he got a nat 20.
Yeah, I
You
can add to
wasted
mine,
it.
but
Okay.
I don't want to save it.
Cardinal, are you gonna roll?
Mogrim is
I mean,
suddenly
if every fucking hell,
Mogrim is
Okay,
now
sure.
the smartest orc that ever existed.
just for 1 second, he saw it turn into 20.
You guys don't know
Okay.
yet, he's a weird boy.
And there are no weird boys. You'd be a shaman. Get it right.
Shaman.
Don't go mixing 40k into this shit. This is orc spelled with a C, not a K. So all of you have heard of the Great Game to an extent. The basic idea that you know is that the four Chaos Gods are very insular. It's constantly trying to vie for power. And the Great Game is just them rotating essentially as one comes to power, another fades. That's more or less the extent that you know. Karaneth then kind of goes on to explain a bit more, in that the four gods have direct rivals that they hate above all else. Slanesh and Khorne are opposites. Khorne revels in the bloodshed, but has that like element of control behind the rage, and has passionate hatred for Slanesh, which is all about the excess, and it not so much being about like it's just being wanting everything all at once. Nurgle and Tzeentch are opposed because they are different elements of change. Tzeentch is the change for the sake of change, and Nurgle is that change that leads to more towards rebirth. So when he's talking about the powers of the opposite being needed to close the gates, the power that closed the portal for Slanesh was the power of Khorne. What closed the portal to Tzeentch was the power of Nurgle.
Okay.
So we're left with the portal of Nurgle and the portal of Khorne.
Yes. Which makes things complicated. Because
This
you've
would-
closed the portals to their opposite.
Oh, fuck.
And so you've reduced your ability to close them because of your success.
Well,
So what's the workaround?
It took me weeks of research to find out this. And now that's gone? I don't know. I could spitball an idea in that if you try to close the portal to Khorne, maybe you have to beat him at his own game. And if you're trying to beat disease, I don't know, burn the motherfucker? I don't know.
So we're gonna have to spitball the next two. Well, got half of them. That's better than nothing, right?
What if you heal the portal to Nurgle? I mean, like, magically heal it. If we're spitballing.
Intriguing. How?
Well, she's got magic healing. She can heal stuff with her hands. The big one. Just spitballing if we're
No bad ideas.
yeah.
Cleanse the portal.
I like where you're coming from with that. My only concern is that to have the power to do that, the only thing I know of that had that much control over the Winds of Magic were the old ones, and they've been gone for millennia.
Shit. Over the table question. What happened to the old ones?
The old ones are the ones that created the world.
Mhm.
They making me look stuff up. Basically, they created the worlds. They had essentially
Just
like interstellar gates or portals at the north and south poles. Those there was some kind of calamity. Those were destroyed, and that's actually what brought chaos into the world.
gotcha. Like Avatar.
Like Avatar?
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Which Avatar are you talking about?
Korra.
Never seen it. Don't know.
Oh yeah.
The two
been a
portals
while
of the north and south. Yeah.
Yep. I got you. Took me a minute.
Anyways, right. Nurgle's disease corn is killing.
Corn is bloodshed, violence, and rage.
Shit, violence and rage. Well, I don't suppose we can calm down the portal of corn, can we?
I mean, you could walk up to a bloodthirster and try and pet him and call him a pretty boy and see what happens.
Well, if corn's about ending life, would creation of life be the opposite?
How the fuck would we do that?
It's not an innuendo or anything.
Down.
I'm just saying, spitballing.
Glowing red portal giving off those like, disco vibes. Fine, guys.
No.
Again,
Absolutely.
that might be a possibility, but that could also, in theory, work for Nurgle, and that's his disease and pestilence to bring about rebirth. Maybe you need the rebirth is what would heal that wound and close the portal there.
This is gonna be highly theoretical stuff, right? We don't have any records of portals or powers of these two gods being vanquished or defeated before. Something we can go off of.
Before you started on your journey, these portals were only rumored. We didn't know where they existed or even if they did exist. There have been instances where, especially for Khorne, where their power has kind of bled through and they caused a rift, kind of brought about like a blood rain, and what sealed that was defeating the champion, proving to Khorne that you were better than his chosen.
Defeating Archaon would be.
Or Archaon's not necessarily serving Khorne directly. He's trying to harness all their powers for himself, right?
Little recap on how the Everchosen
Yes.
works.
Yes and no. The Everchosen is an amalgamation where he receives the blessings of all the gods. The gods still maintain their individual champions.
We could.
He's just
We could find the
powerful enough.
champions. If we could find the champions of Nurgle and Khorne, defeat them, would that be enough to close the portal? No.
But isn't that what we did for the other two anyway?
Yeah, but it didn't close the portal, it just reduced their power, reduced the avatar that they had placed on this plane.
Did we even fight their champions, or did we just fight demons protecting the portal?
I don't
That's
know
also the question.
difference.
Or
I
any...
would say that if you fought and defeated the demons and that act did not close the portal, that was not their champion. That was the guardian.
How do we call out the champion?
I don't know.
Would talking to the gods, the good ones, give us answers?
Which gods
Suppose we
would you
could
be
try.
thinking of contacting?
Well, I've only got the one, but she's got what, 1,000?
There's always
And give or take.
Kuranos and Isha.
Not very talkative.
Maybe not to city dwellers.
He just gives you a side eye look at that one.
Why don't we try them all? We've got time. Literally our only mission.
You mentioned that. Karen kind of like leans back in his chair, folds his hands in front of his chest, looks pointedly at Alder, and says, "Go ahead. Talk to the gods."
Well, that wasn't saying me.
So you're saying that you don't have any more communication with the gods than a city dweller does?
Maybe my people.
Another way to look at it is maybe the gods just view this all as mortals striving for power, and it is beneath their concerns.
Do the gods get their power from our worship, or are they powerful anyway and they're just playing with us?
Yes. Or no. They don't actually tell us how this works, you know.
Yeah, they really don't.
Well, you two probably know more than I do.
It's a lot of blind faith, I'll tell you that.
Kind of like, again, shakes his head. And he's like, "Do I look like a cleric to you?" She would have more answers on that than I would.
Well, it looks like you've been studying a lot of important information for many years, so I'm still pretty new at
History, magic, mathematics, bit of geology.
Alder, do you have elders or senior religious figures within your group that you come from that you might know could get in contact with the gods? Or their gods or proxy, anything?
Would Alder, son of Kalen Swiftbow, on special deployment from the Queen, know somebody like that?
Roll a history.
Just make sure the bow is swift. It's important.
Okay. So 2, which means it's a 10 plus 7 for a 17, and I can add to that.
Yeah, no, you have your priests and clerics as well.
We have many.
Your assumption is they'd be the ones you've talked with would be about on par with cardinal skills from what you've seen. But even then, there are priests of a higher level than that, so there's always the possibility of someone's got some information somewhere.
I know people roughly equal to your own stature, and they are not the highest rung on that pole.
Well, if I can't find anything, we'll head there after. But let's exhaust our resources here first.
Is it wrong to think that Isha and Kuranos would not be well suited in countering out at least Nurgle?
It's hard to say. They might. But again, if the gods are looking after any, they're looking after their own. And do they view the current threat as any more of a threat than it was for the past 4,000 or 5,000 years?
I wonder
If they were
I
truly
really hope. Sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm just wondering if you have information prepared, because if I tried something like legend lore on the champion of Nurgle, would that be useful? Or
Do you need them in hand?
Don't you need? Isn't it like of an item that you have?
legend lore? You name or describe a famous person, place, or object your spell brings to mind. If the spell brings to your mind a brief summary of the significant lore about that famous thing as described by the DM. Might contain important details. The more information you already know, the more precise and detailed the information you know is. So knowing more would help us get even narrower details, but if we don't know anything, I suppose it's a point to start.
Do we even know where the portal of Nurgle or Khorne are? Or any
You know
guesses?
that Nurgle is in a jungle, which you've assumed is Lustria, and that Khorne is located in the Darklands beyond the World's Edge Mountains.
Got a couple spells that can talk to gods. I've only got 3, but if either of these sound useful, let me know.
Karaneth, which portal do you think would be easier? So you were definitely right in the order we should go about this. So I think if we went after Zinch first, that would have been pretty bad.
At this point, with both the portals, the other 2 being closed, I'd say that the remaining 2 are on an equal power level to each other. So it's a matter of, do you want to deal with the Blood God or the Great Unclean One?
I look to Morgrim. I'm reading portents. Maybe the Blood God.
Anything that's not in the desert.
Oracle's in the jungle, and that's not much better, I'll tell you that.
Better than the desert.
Much better than
Wait till
the
the-
desert.
Wait till the mosquitoes come in.
The desert was not fun.
Darklands aren't the most fertile of ground. Maybe the sun isn't quite as hot, but it's still a very desolate landscape.
We tried the hot desert, let's try the cold desert.
No, we went to the cold desert first. Tundra of the Dark Elves.
Oh, right. Fuck.
But I think
Sorry, I'm just reading the
Mulgrim's
spells
kind of
here.
like hanging in the back doing his best to follow along, which isn't very much at all. It's basically like a 5-year-old trying to sit through a class. And he's just kind of looking around, kind of like trying to slide the chair closer to the door so he can get away with it. This is the comfiest thing he's ever sat on.
Yo, buddy.
I mean, those 3 spells would likely get you information.
I'm willing to use any number of spell slots, any combination of the 3 to get whatever information we might need. So, balls in your court.
Where do you want to start?
Let's start with I can't do commune because it has to be yes or no questions. Let's start with legend lore. I have nothing to go off of, so legend lore, the champion of. If everybody's okay with Khorne, can I get a yes or a no?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, let's start with Khorne.
Okay.
I'm gonna borrow Karanat's study and start doing a little ritual circle to do legend lore.
Yeah, and he gives you the materials you need to cast the spell.
Sweet. I think Karanat's my favorite NPC. He's so helpful.
So all you say is that you're looking for the champion of corn.
Say, yeah, I have to describe a famous person, place, or object. So I would like to know more about defeating the champion of corn.
Okay. So when you cast the spell, basically you get overwhelmed with just these series of visions of battlefields from every type of environment you can think of. You're seeing the sands of Araby. You're seeing snowy wastelands, steaming jungles, cities of the Empire, cities of Bretonia, cities of In, cities of Cathay, Nippon. You're going all over the world. The figure constantly changes. You're able to, like, after several of these images go by, the basis is still the same. It's a man of some kind, clad in heavy plate armor, that's got a very, like, a deep red tinge to it. The more you're seeing it, you're realizing it's not paint. It is layers upon layers upon layers of dried blood. Where the metal does come through, it's streaks of brass as like a trimming to it. The helmets are always fashioned in a skull with kind of like these stylized horns coming off the side. But the faceplates change, whether it's like vertical grills, or if they're sharpened into motifs of teeth, whether it's just a blank faceplate. Some of them have helmets where you can't see the face, but you know there is no faceplate on it. But that's not what draws your attention. What draws your attention is every one of them is holding the same axe. Which, if you were assuming every one of these warriors is between like 6 foot and 6'5", this axe takes up about half of their body height. And it is constantly dripping in blood. And it's when you realize that most of these images you're seeing, the ones carrying this axe are often raising it in victory as they are standing on mountains of bodies.
Got it. Same patterns, all right. I think I'll do that whole super cool being possessed with divine knowledge thing within the circle. And then as I blink out of it, I'm just gonna blink away these tears of blood. Well, we've got something we can start with. I saw visions of people fighting, all with different styles of armor, but then I give them the whole description. One thing they all had was this axe dripping in blood. Same axe, all of them. What do you know about this, Karanat? A weapon of corn? Some sort of divine gift?
You draw the axe?
Give me a piece of paper. I'll try.
I'm going to badly draw this axe.
If there's a picture, you can drop it into our Discord too.
No, I have an idea.
You're gonna do paint. Let's go.
That's
There comes a point in every campaign where a DM has to pull out a piece of paper, or if you're on digital, a mouse, and draw it. Now, I never passed my art classes, so no judging.
Alright, looks good.
This is the hard part.
Of it? looks like there's a face on it.
For that part, I'll give you an actual image.
Okay. I mean, it's just a really sad face, guys. Come on.
No, it's a really angry face. Urgh.
Sorry, my bad. He just looked kind of socially awkward.
No, I realized what I did wrong.
Gave him 2 nostrils.
Welcome to the Pictionary portion of Dungeons and Dragons.
It's a chicken! It's a chicken with really long legs. It's a sexy chicken. What is it, man?
There we go. That's better.
I just rub out the mistake and then I redraw it. There, it looks fairly accurate, right? I'm gonna copy this in my notebook, by the way.
Karadeth looks at your drawing and goes, looks like nothing special to me. Looks like an axe that's carried by warriors of Khorne.
It's always the same axe, though, that I'm sure of.
They're not known for their great choice in style.
No kidding.
I think what she's saying is whoever the champion is, he has this axe. And it's got to be special.
In particular.
Undoubtedly. That there is one that Khorne gives to his champions.
As long as we
But I
find
don't
this
have
axe, we can find
information
the
on it.
champion.
Okay.
Hmm.
So we should go searching other places for information on it.
Hold on. You can find stuff about the weapon. I'm gonna try and find the location of the weapon, and I'm gonna do divination at level 4. Puts me in contact with a god or a god's servants. Ask a question about a specific goal, event, or activity to occur within 7 days. Where is the next battle of Khorne's current champion happening? Who needs Google when you have Cardinal?
Yeah. So the response you get, they're not even being cryptic about it. They're actually surprisingly blunt.
God, I love the gods.
Current champion is beyond our sight. If he does fight, it is far afield from what we control.
Okay. It was rather short, but where is a place the gods cannot see? I tell the others what I heard.
Karaneth pipes and goes, well, one thing Khorne is known for is bringing his champions to fight at his feet. So the gods might not, or they might not see, is that he is in Khorne's realm.
Is Khorne's realm?
Not on the world.
Oh, fuck.
If we got to take out the champion to close the portal, we've got to go to Khorne's realm to get them. Or can we provoke them out?
That I don't know.
No, there's actually an interesting thought. You want to provoke the champion of Khorne. He would want to fight the greatest warriors this world has to offer. So in that sense, maybe you're better off going after the portal for Nurgle first to show Khorne that you respect his warriors enough to save him for last.
I think
That's a good
Mogrim
point.
finally perks up after the whole mentioning of greatest warriors in the world. He's like, he finally chips him. It's like, oh, big scrap, weekend. Where's the war?
In a bit, Morgrim. Nurgle, then, okay?
That's a good
We're headed that
idea.
direction.
The
Well,
one
then,
thing that people don't often associate with Khorne is the honor. Yes, they're about rage and blood and skulls and killing and murder and all of this. But there's a respect there. They don't just take... Well, they do take a sort of pleasure in the killing of innocents, but if you kill a helpless child when you could have killed a warrior that was a legitimate threat to your life, you're not receiving Khorne's blessing. So if you can be an actual threat for his champion, they will gladly meet you on the field of battle.
well, that's one of them solved, I guess.
So can you ask your gods about Nurgle, or we gotta wait another day?
Yep, give me a second. Which level spell? Which one would I use? Commune? No, that's a yes or no. Legend
Legend.
lore? 5th level. How many do I have? I have 2. Perfect. I'll use my second 5th level to do legend lore on the champion of Nurgle. Please?
Okay. These visions start as a view of a rather like lush and like very verdant garden, and the view that you have after a moment, the flowers and the plants start to wither as a figure in the heavy plate mail that you've seen other Chaos Warriors wearing walks through, and every step he takes, you watch the disease and corruption spread out from his feet. And he kind of like stops and turns towards your perspective, and you actually recognize parts of the armor. The helmet is identical to what was being worn by Archaon.
Fuck. Make it simple for my dumb brain. The helmet is the same as Archaon, but the rest of the armor is not.
Yeah, it's more of a pukish green kind of color.
Typical. Alright. Okay,
Bits
so
of
it's not
rust.
Archaon. Bits of rust.
But
Do
the
I
helmet is
know-
identical.
Okay. Do I know anything about where he is? Do the plants... Are there anything exotic that could pinpoint a location that I would have noticed, perhaps, or...
There was nothing really identifying about the garden he was walking through.
Okay.
Roll a religion for me.
Okie dokie. $13. I'm gonna use my inspiration. Fuck that. Please be better. $25.
Okay. The one thing that now you're putting together the imagery of this warrior walking through a garden. You have heard. How do I phrase this? Um, the information you've heard about Nurgle, like through your training, with your temples and your order, is that his realm is referred to as the Garden of Nurgle, and it goes through phases of decay and decomposing, returning to the dirt, and then blooming again. It's that constant cycle of death and rebirth.
Mhm.
But doesn't help you much.
That's all right. Well, I know this much. Whoever the champion of Nurgle is, he has this really specific helmet. I saw it. It's exactly the same as the one Archaon one wore. I could probably try locating the helmet. There could be two types of it. I don't know.
Can you draw the helmet? For Karanath? Maybe it'll be important information.
I try and draw the helmet.
The DM doesn't have to draw it for us. Just
Yeah.
you
can
have
just
the
describe it.
picture of Arcades drawing it.
And are you
It's
doing
kinda
it
cute.
needs to be in green?
That's right. Why is it red? It has ears?
Those are horns,
Right.
but they can look to the side. They don't go up.
But it's the same helmet as Archaon, huh? Is it Evil Helmet Emporium? Is there a place to get this stuff?
I guess whoever has Nurgle's blessings gets the same stuff. He might have manufactured it, mass manufacturing. He gives out to his champions every couple hundred years.
Karanath looks at the drawing, looks at the card and goes, "You need to work on your penmanship."
Okay, thank you, Karanath. I failed my art classes, alright? This is why I have a mace and not a pen.
That's... Hold on a second. He walks over to a wall, kind of like runs a finger along a series of books, grabs one, pulls it off, flips it over, like keeps flipping through pages, walks back to you, puts it down, and it's a picture of the helmet that Archaon was wearing. Says, "Is that what you saw?"
Exactly that. Good.
Okay. So that's the Crown of Damnation. That was worn by the third Everchosen. If you were looking for the champion, why are they showing you this?
Apparently the champion wears it. Or is wearing it.
Champion of Nurgle is the
Or
third.
he had worn that, and there is no current champion.
It definitely wasn't Archaon that was.
Archaon was the champion of Nurgle, and now he's the Everchosen.
What, so you got promoted from Nurgle to everybody else? Is that what you're trying to say?
If you got other ideas, there's either two of the same helmet running around, or it's the same person.
Or it could be that in order to bring the different armies of chaos to bear, maybe he just pried the helmet off the champion.
You already beat the champion of Nurgle.
Their champion could still exist. That could have just been how he asserted his control.
I saw a garden. And it is known that Nurgle resides in his realm is described as the garden. Ever growing and dying and growing again. I saw this man walking through it with the helmet.
Maybe what it showed you was the last champion of Nurgle to wear it. He flips a few more pages and goes, because here it says this helmet was lost when the third Everchosen was defeated. That was 2,500 years ago.
Too many possibilities. Not enough information. There is
Kind
no
of what you get when
current-
you're dealing with the gods.
Yeah.
They never give
We
you a
started with-
straight path to walk.
So just go wander through the jungles of Lustria until we find it, or it's kind of what we did in Araby.
Yeah, there was that part
It
with the
wasn't-
lich. I'd rather not repeat.
It wasn't
Something
fun, and it took forever.
There's got to be a better way to do it.
The answers might actually be in Lustria.
Is there
We
any
have
civilization?
few. Well, that's what I was about to say. Is we have few, a little more than legends, really. Is that when the old ones resided in this world, that's where they built their civilization. So if anything's going to be powerful enough to potentially heal, as you might have suggested, you might have to just go tromping through the jungle until you find the remnants of, let's say, 5,000-6,000 years ago.
So what's in Lustria right now? Different kinds of people? Are there elven cities, or what's there?
We don't know.
You don't know. Nobody's ever civilized and within the realm of our collective knowledge been to Lustria and returned.
Tobias perks
No.
up but says nothing.
Huh.
Not that we have record of, anyways.
Orgrim, do you know about Lustria?
I don't think Milgram knows much about Lustria. It's not exactly a place orcs go to. It's
Never mind. Just thought I'd try.
I think Milgram would just kind of look at you and scratch his noggin. Think too hard.
Tell me about it. Well,
Right, so-
ruins in Lustria. That could something.
If it's any help, when you asked for scouts to be sent to Araby to check out the other temples while you were in Nagaroth, we did send scouts to Lustria, and they were killed almost immediately by some kind of great beast.
Lovely. Morgrim, how do you feel about jungles and great beasts?
Great beasts sound good. Need a good scrap.
Question is, how would we get there? 'Cause I don't think any of us have ever been there, and I don't know if we want to risk teleporting.
I wouldn't recommend teleportation.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
You could take our fastest ship and our best crew and get you there in less than 2 weeks.
I got an idea, but I want to do some more research.
What's your idea?
Well, it has to do with magic and some of my abilities, but I want to research more and maybe send out some messages today. Yeah.
We should have a couple days to prepare, gather some resources, and who knows how long we're going to be in that fucking jungle, so
If
prepare
we're going to
accordingly.
seek out a land of great beasts, I need to spend some time in prayer.
Since when do you pray?
a couple of days of preparation?
Just ignoring the question.
Yeah, he is. Not really much of your business. Cardinal, may I borrow the helm?
Huh? Oh, you want to go to that place? Do you want anybody to go with you?
know how welcome all of you would be.
I'm
Even me?
lovable. What do you mean?
Definitely not you.
What
I
are
am
you saying? People love me.
Actually, he is probably would be the most accepted among my kind.
Well, shit.
Unfortunately, I
Just
got to
wanna
stay
see
here.
things.
What if I told you we have a altar to Cain?
Less. A lot less. He's gonna be even more excited. This fucker loves Kane. Point to Tobias.
Tobias doesn't say anything in front of Kareneth about that.
What? Really? With the hell? Just. You're not gonna die on the way, are you? Because it would be extremely inconvenient if we lost the helmet of teleportation.
No, I won't die.
I don't trust you.
All right, can we speak privately? There's something we got to talk about. And Kareneth,
got
there's
plans
something I
for me.
wanted to ask you as well afterwards. We got plans, and it's still pretty early for you. And thank you for all your help and information.
Well, I'm absolutely here to help. Although I don't know what would be served by not including me with these plans.
All right, I've been told, and I don't know how current or accurate the information is, but us elves have captured a couple settlements in Lustria.
Did you say us elves?
Which flavor?
Exactly.
Which flavor
What
of
have-
elves?
And like you see, like Hairnet's faith just is his eyes kind of like narrow. Partially because I can't remember if this was actually revealed to him in the beginning or whether he picked up on that when you first came here.
Either way.
It's like and when these settlements were taken, what was found?
I don't have the details, but from what I understood / remember, they still have them. We still have them. They might not be deep in Lustria, but it might be a jumping off point. And that's just what I've been told, and no more.
Where in the continent are we talking? If you had to point at a fucking map, like up here, or like in between the streets.
Lustria would be separate. It's on
Lustria is
on
like
the-
South America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like the settlements you captured. Would it be somewhere here? Would it be somewhere here? This shore, down here? Like which shore are we talking about? Broad strokes.
The player does not remember. It's been a while. But when I
Roll a history, Tobias.
and I can add on a tactical mind for that if you want it to be higher.
Okay.
But basically, in my conversations with Cain, I think it was, talking about lack of conquests on behalf of the Dark Elves, he bragged about taking settlements in Lustria or near Lustria, but specifically south of Nagaroth.
I have a suggestion. We could take a little break and do a little Google search of lore, and we could come back if that sounds amenable to everybody.
Yeah, whether they were raids or they still have the cities or.
Okay, I remember the conversation. I remember the talk now that you're talking about. He didn't give you specifics.
He didn't give specifics.
No, you just.
And-
I think it was just mentioning like south of Nagaroth, which is anywhere from like essentially going like Central America down.
And that's another thing. Tobias wants to talk with the party separately. But we can do that
Okay.
after the break.
Yeah, let's take a break and then we'll come up with that and deal with it afterwards.
I sent that from Gimli,
Okay.
the camera dog, but that's supposed to be from Alder.
Yeah.
Just
Well-
leading you to what I was trying to achieve.
Chat, join us in about 5 to 10 minutes and we'll be right back. Grab some water, grab some snacks, and refresh yourselves. Do a little exercise because we're going to be romping around the world in a little bit in terms of lore. Stay with us.
welcome back, everybody. To our viewers, Othira is stepping away for the night as her character is a little bit more built for when we're doing stuff, not when we're talking to hoity-toity, snoity elves that she hates. So, canonically, she has gone to go sleep
Freeze
or
the fuck
find
out.
some hell wine somewhere.
No, she's just not feeling well. It's all right.
Quick test, can you hear me again?
There you
Yeah.
go.
Yep.
Okay, cool. I think it was the little cable it wasn't even visually out, but I pushed it in more and I felt a slight click. So I think it was a little wiggly. That may have been what's been causing issues with that.
Pray to the mecha gods
Well,
that it works.
I hope. I can't buy a new one.
let's get back to it.
All right. Do you want to continue with
Uh-huh.
the door?
Well, if we're headed out to the other elf land,
Well, you wanted to talk, right?
well, just outside. I wanted to ask Karanath a couple questions, mostly about my magic. And Tobias is going to take out the magic books and information he stole from the Wizard's Tower in Prague.
Nice.
He's going to show them to Karanath, and he's going to say, Archaon practically cut me in half. And even going up against the Demon of Zinch, I just felt like a nerd shooting twigs at him. I need to know how to put more magic on my arrows. If you got any information, anything you know, I found a little bit in Prague, but I gotta practice. I gotta do more. I gotta be better. This isn't good enough.
You know, Tobias, I know one of the greatest archers the world has ever seen.
Yeah, that'd be good information. I mean, shooting the bow is fun. Making the arrows explode is funner.
And yet, I think part of the issue you run into is exemplified in how you brought that question to me. Knowing how to twist the magic to do what you want is one thing, but if you're doubting your ability, it's not going to do what you want.
I knew a little bit. It was mostly self-discovered tricks. Just from playing around with it. And it's not that I doubt my ability, it's just I don't know it. I don't know enough. I mean, we got great wizards, paladins, swinging the power of demons. We got Cardinal who keeps bringing me back to life. So, I just want to make my tricks bigger. Confident in my tricks, they're just not enough.
Karanath walks over to you, reaches a hand out past you, and just runs a finger along the oath bowl on your back and pulls it back and just kind of like rubs the blood that's dripping from it. His fingers and goes, and yet you carry that bow. That bow
Yes.
wouldn't work for just anyone.
He's got power. He's also have doubt, I think, is what's stopping him. But
Again, I don't think it's doubt. I think it's just knowledge. I need more.
fates
if
are
I-
whispering to us. If
You-
we
you
need to go
can-
to Alder's hometown,
You can
Said he-
scour the world for knowledge, but some knowledge just has to be discovered through experimentation.
Okay.
I've
Try
got a couple-
something. See if it happens. See if it works. See if it does what you want. If it doesn't, if you think you're maybe close to almost getting it, change something. Maybe it's your finger positioning on the bowstring is off by a centimeter. Maybe you're off by inches.
Okay.
There's not many of my people that have the skill with the bow that you're looking for. Looks over at Alder and goes, his people. That's a very different story.
Oh, we're going on a side trip, aren't we? We're going on a side trip. Sorry,
Yeah.
Alder, you're gonna have to convince everybody there to get chummy with us. Or at least Tobias. We'll still be there, though.
I think we should all go to wherever he wants to go. So I think if we get split up, that would be bad. If we get permanently split up, I mean.
We don't have to go right this second if you have business here. But, Tobias, if anybody in the world, even if he doesn't do your style of archery, if anybody can help you, I do think my father, Kalen Swiftbow, will know how to help.
Sure.
Does that mean your name is Alder Swiftbow?
Or more... Yes.
So the Nightshade was a lie. Good to know.
Nightshade is a title I was given for my current responsibilities.
The more we know.
His people are more archaic in their naming conventions.
There's nothing wrong with archaism. We're going to fucking Lustria. Do you have any books on the ruins of the old ones? I think we're going to be doing a little studying over the next day or two before we head to his place. Just so we know what we're looking at. If we do stumble across stuff.
I will have to look. I'll have to look hard. If there is anything, it might be one or two parchments that are hidden somewhere in our libraries.
I'll take whatever I can get. Sometimes it's those scraps of paper that saves our asses. But get some... You finish your sleep for the day, or whatever.
Well, what if we go to Alder's home and then after a day or two come back here?
Yeah, we can do that.
Give me some time to look.
And thank you for being so hospitable about us just popping in. I know we didn't warn you in advance. It's just... There's lots of stuff going on, you know. You're a good one, Karen.
I would appreciate the heads up next time.
I'll try my best. You know, if these people would stop dying, I'd have enough spell slots to do sendings every few days or so to keep you... You know how it is. Should we head there right now?
Well, you gotta get used to the magic before we jump, right?
Alright. Take off the helmet. Here you go, Alder.
Yeah, we'll swap the Gem of Seeing out, spend an hour attuning, and then, real quick question for Donnie. Would Alder would know based off of his actual job that he's completing for the elves, the wood elves, that they should not teleport a bunch of strangers directly into Laurel Lorne.
Yeah, that would be a bad idea.
Okay.
But at the same time, I'd say you know that if you can be quick enough, you can stop everyone from dying.
All right. I will teleport us to... Not going to the throne room. We're gonna go to my dad's living room.
This is Mogrim just popping some healing real quick. Because I don't want to
The
die
house of
already.
Kalen Swiftbow. I'm specifically thinking of his living room, and I'm hoping that I can announce myself before my dad grabs his bow. If he's home.
Okay. Roll your D100.
Do you tell us what we're supposed to expect before you do that?
I say, whatever happens, don't draw your weapons.
Okay. Magic?
Milgrim's gonna look very disappointed at you.
36.
Please tell me that's enough.
It's my dad's
I
house.
Might have to pop Alder's head off. Elves be damned.
So as you're going to cast the spell, Alder, part of you, like you're picturing, your father's house and the living room, and like you remember exactly the layout of all his furniture, even down to the point like you are remembering like the smells that come in through the window on a warm spring's day, stuff like that, and just that thought of home, you get a little nostalgic, and you kind of like reach into a pocket just to feel like a good luck charm that your father gave you.
I think it's the boar tusk from my first successful solo hunt.
Exactly, yeah. And there is no doubts, you know exactly where you're going. Anytime, as I mentioned before, like anytime you've teleported, there's always been like the two realities kind of like melt together, and then it's like a snap. This, there is no melting. Like it is such a pure teleportation. At one moment, you're in Karenat's office, and in the next, you're standing in your father's living room. You could not have failed that roll.
Dad, it's Alder. Don't shoot. I have friends. Don't shoot.
Now, where are we on the map?
Now
Tobias
we're all the
wouldn't
way-
know, but
Yeah.
Ooh.
Alder, roll a perception.
Oh, that's not Alder. That's Gimli Butt. Perception is +8. 3, so an 18, and I can add if needed.
Oh no, that's fine.
Okay.
In contrast to like looking out at the darkness in the windows from Karenat's office, the windows to your father's house are wide open. The sun is shining through the trees. It's winter, so you know you got that wind coming through windows that don't have any like glass to stop the elements from coming in. But you look around, like there's no one home because it's now the middle of the morning, and you'd assume your father's out doing his normal morning routines, or he's already on his way to whatever his actual job is. That I'm not looking at your backstory just yet to find out what he's doing.
So, Kalen Swiftbow is just a very high-ranking member of the army in the capital of the Laurelorn Forest. What's the name of the city? Tor Lithanel.
Yeah. So you show up, and like the moment you say, "Dad, it's me, don't shoot," you realize, look outside, you see the sun, you're like, "Oh, he's been gone for like 2 hours already."
Okay, everybody stay inside. I'm gonna go find someone outside to send a message. And I will...
Milgrim's gonna look for a window. See where he's at.
Tobias is going to look for the liquor cabinet once he steps out.
I'm gonna sit down. Because it's somebody else's house, not mine. Who taught you manners?
Yeah, and so I'm looking for the first, like, person I recognize on the forest streets,
Okay.
the ruins.
Using that perception check from before, You find someone within like a couple minutes, and you pass the word saying you need them to summon your father, and they say, "Yeah, no problem." They run off, and do it for you. In the meantime, Shock, did you say that you're going to look out the window?
Yeah.
Roll a D100 for me.
Oh God. I leave the child for 1 second.
68.
So close.
And Tobias has gone to raid the liquor cabinet, so he's not paying
Fine.
attention.
Find the liquor cabinet. Not necessarily.
I'm in the
Um,
living room. I'm in the living room.
Fox did say she was sitting down. But,
Yep.
I have a
at
passive
Milgram's
perception of
first
25.
From Cardinal, I want a perception check.
Okay, that's an advantage. I have my Sentinel Shield attuned to me. Not a second off of this job. Perception. There you go. $15.
Okay. So you sit down, you're kind of like leaning back, looking around, embracing just like the beauty of how they are able to coax the living tree to kind of like form these houses. And then as you take that breath in, just being like, oh, this is actually kind of nice. You hear Margaret move over to the window, and you're like,
Nope.
oh no.
Wouldn't
You
hear
get up
anything.
and just in time to grab him by the back of his cloak and yank him back. And as soon as his head clears the window, you hear a with an arrow thudding into the wall opposite.
Well,
And then voices start shouting. In Elvish, if you speak Elvish.
I don't.
I do.
You have no idea what they're saying.
turn to
Tobias,
Morgan,
roll
I
a
go-
perception for me.
I should have known this was gonna happen.
Do my spidey
Yeah, I just-
senses tingle?
It's a 7. I don't hear what's being said.
Yeah, you're on the other side of the house, and it's actually a fairly sizable house.
I do just want to point out, you wouldn't hear Milgram actually walking anywhere. Because, strangely enough, there's no sound whenever he makes a step.
That explains so much.
Right, yes. Okay, so in that case, she doesn't hear the footsteps, but she hears like the rustling of your cloak.
Yeah.
Margaret,
Like
not the
just
window.
enough. Just
Yeah, no,
enough.
I wasn't saying like she didn't see me, it was just a flavor you actually don't hear footsteps. Because this is a large, green, silent missile, unless he wants you to know it.
Roger that.
Alder, roll a perception for me.
Okay. It's still an 18, but I can add to it if I need to.
You don't need to.
Okay.
Because you didn't get that far from your house, and as you're walking back, again, you're just looking around, happy to be home, admiring the beauty of like the snow, kind of like fresh on the forest floor. And as you round to look at your house, in the corner of your eye, you see a warrior quickly bring his bow up, draws it, and fires in a fraction of a second at your house.
Can I just go ahead and spend one of the teleports on the helmet to get right in front of the front door?
The last one of the day.
Yes.
I know there's an orc inside a wood elf house and there's somebody shooting arrows at my dad's house. It means they probably saw the stupid orc, and I need to make sure that this ends before he goes on a fucking wah through the city. So yes,
Okay.
I will burn that last teleport. I'll go, wait, they're with me. It's okay. I'm Alder, son of Kalen.
And I assume this conversation's in Elvish?
Yeah.
Okay.
Suddenly they hear the
Um.
loud, angry noise of an orc falling over.
You do, like, as you're doing that teleportation, you do hear them starting to shout, like they're calling for help. It's not long before there's 10 elves surrounding you with bows drawn. Probably another 5 have like double-handed swords. And the one that took the shot steps forward and goes, "What do you mean there with you? Why did you bring an orc here?"
Out of necessity.
What necessity would have you consorting with a filthy, destructive beast like that?
Business from Queen Marisith herself.
I find that hard to believe.
Take us before the council. Question us if you want. You'll find out that I don't lie.
If that thing is with you, he reaches behind his back and pulls out a set of chains and throws them at your feet. Just put those on him and don't die.
I'll pick up the chains and head inside the house.
He
Mogul.
walks in behind you.
Mogrim. I'm going to put
Oi.
these chains on you. It's just for fun until we get to the big fight later with the Nurglings.
Gonna squint real hard through my already small beady eyes and
Oh.
just.
I'll make a
I?
persuasion check.
I was gonna say
just
for
wanna
for
roll a
that,
Fulcrum check.
I would say like an insight versus persuasion.
You'll be fine. My insight is absolute garbage.
My minimum is pretty good.
Oh shit! I actually rolled halfway decent for a 17. But
That's a
still worse than
natural
yours.
1 for a 20. Because I can't roll below a 10.
I know.
And I can.
It's still
and
a
if,
natural one.
if you still want me to burn a psionic die to shift it,
No,
No,
you
that's
You
not what
already
I'm
beat my
thinking.
score.
Um,
I'm-
Mulgrim, I want you to roll a D100 for me.
That's a 24.
This is going so well, guys. Just a little trip back home, you know. Meet
Wood
the
elves
Karen.
are very xenophobic. They don't like people coming into
Mhm.
their places unannounced, especially
No
not
kidding.
orcs.
this is
Yeah, no
exactly
kidding.
why I didn't want to take the whole group here. What part of it?
I don't know.
Let's go. Hit me. What do we got? What do I gotta clean up today?
One final roll from Mulgrim. I want a wisdom
Okay.
save.
Oh, this.
Oh, Morgrim is
wisdom
watching.
save.
Morgrim. Mork and Gork? What are they?
Mork and Gork are the flip sides of the same brutal coin. They won't. They're not peaceful. Gork is about brutal
I
cunning.
think they might be
Mork
watching.
is
over
about
here.
cunning brutality. This is a 19 wisdom.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, this elf you've known for not even a day, a full 24 hours.
No, it's been a
You got.
more-
Well,
it's been a few
the 3
days.
days? Because they spent 2 days.
Oh yeah,
getting
yeah.
their
You did spend a
fifth
couple
month.
days. Yeah.
So it's
He's
3
seen me
days.
work out a
But-
lot.
All
Yeah.
yeah.
So-
I went off and I killed a bear, and I came back and we showed up in the pointy ear place, and that's pretty much my entire socialization with anybody other than Othira, who he had an enjoyable.
No, Cardinal got
little-
you drunk.
Yep,
did.
Cardinal got me drunk. Yep.
Yeah,
that's
Not
so
right.
like
this,
that, chat, not like that.
Also,
This.
I communicated the best with you because I spoke real simple, like Orc.
So this elf that you barely know is trying to put you in chains, surrounded by other elves with weapons drawn. Every fiber of your being is telling you
Is saying no.
to crush the puny ones. But there's
Uh-huh.
something about how Alder is moving towards you, or even just like how he's looking at you. You can see he's begging you to just get through this. And part of he's like, you know, this might be one of the best fights you've ever seen as a potential in your life. But they did offer you fighting the big ones. And you can't fight the
And
big
I-
ones
and
if
I
you
heard-
die to the puny ones.
And I heard those magical words, the champions of these evil gods. I think
Mhm.
I think that in particular might help push them
Yeah.
right over that final edge of these more fun later.
Because the DCA set you for not running
Raging.
at the
Mhm.
elves that vastly outnumber you was an 18. So you just kind of like nod slowly to Alder.
I
bodes
don't
well.
think he's actually gonna say anything. He's just kind of shrug, kind of lamely hold out his arms, like, "Sure, fine, do whatever you're gonna do."
I still like very carefully approach and make sure I'm not putting them on too tight, but tight enough that they would not come loose.
He quickly flexes both arms just as you're about to do it.
Nice.
Not funny. Wrong time. Kayla, Alder just feels one of the arrows shift to the back of his head. He's just like, please no. Finish locking them and turn back to the elf. See, now take me to at least bring my father here, or we can go before the council. The triumvirate.
Triumvirate.
Yeah, same thing.
I don't know. I kind of like the triumvirate.
That was cool. I do like that.
It's very elvish in the sounding. They have to pronounce
is,
every
it
letter.
is.
Triumvirate.
Why would you not?
Yeah. Just out of sheer coincidence, Alder,
I
you
was
recognize a
thinking-
voice that starts shouting outside your house. Just going off on what is the meaning of this? Why are you all surrounding my house? Back off, let me through. And in walks your father.
I hit the expedite button on your dad showing up.
Does Tobias find the liquor cabinet?
Roll an investigation.
Oh dear, why have you abandoned me in my time of need?
That's an 18.
Yeah, and it's fairly well stocked.
Now, Tobias isn't going to steal anything, but I want to see just what he has for liquors. Because every time I try and offer an elf something to drink. They always insult what I have.
Come on, you're supposed to just do a swap.
Just take
You're not
note of what they
stealing.
have.
Oh,
Just take note of the good stuff for the future.
There's no labels on the bottles,
Oh.
but just by like looking through, like there's also no windows. Like it's in a cabinet with doors closed and locked, but there's no windows. You could reach through and grab a bottle if you wanted to.
I just want to kind of make note of what's there, and I'm not going to steal from the guy who I want to teach me how to shoot a bow and arrow, but
Yeah. There's, from what you can tell, it's mainly different varieties of wines. With the hues of color varying from, like you've got some deep reds in there, but you're also assuming like maybe some of these are made from other like fruits to vary it up. I don't know how wine gets made, so we'll just go with that.
You can do a bunch of different fruits.
Yeah,
Mhm.
there you go.
all right.
And there's
Tobias-
one that's kind of like on like the whiter end that you're like, maybe that one's even made from honey. Interesting.
All right, Tobias will
my kind of elf.
shut the cabinet. He'll turn around and go, "Oh, geez, I didn't notice everyone there."
And yeah, Kaylin walks in, looks around, and sees Alder standing in front of an orc in chains, Cardinal, and this elf walking out from like the back of his house, and goes,
And a demon.
"Oh yes," and Othira's there
Othira.
too. And looks very pointedly at Alder and says, "I think I deserve an explanation."
I would have sent you a warning, but how do you explain this in 25 words?
I'm going to magically appear at your house and I'm bringing friends. Love you, K-bye.
Well,
Now he's got you there.
we're here. Apparently they introduced themselves quicker than I would have liked. I'm here on my own business with Queen Marisith and my friend here from across the sea. I'll point to Tobias. He's quite the archer and is having some confidence issues I was hoping you could help him with as we
Tobias throws his hands up in the back like, "That's not what." Ah, jeez.
as we are fighting the forces of chaos. As I
At
spoke
least he didn't say
last time.
performance issues.
that's,
Mhm.
that's what I thought of first. And then as we spoke last time, we're fighting forces of chaos and find ourselves heading somewhere where I needed some time to visit the temples.
Now for Booty.
Yeah.
In your mind, how religious is Alder?
So
If you're saying that you want to go to the temples, is this a surprise to your father?
it wouldn't be so much of a surprise because when Alder first manifested his psionic blades, his father is heard the witness, and then it was kind of taken to be a sign from the gods that Alder was chosen to serve the queen for a purpose. And ever since then, Alder has always secretly, at least around the party, has worshipped mostly Kurnos, but also Isha, are his two gods that he prays to the most. Though I also know that elves from where I am also worship Cain to some degree as well.
Yeah, well, it's all part of the same pantheon. They all kind of worship,
Yeah.
even though
But
Cain's like a little less.
yeah, and
but, yeah.
specifically Alder, like most wood elves, to very high degree does believe he is on kind of a calling from the gods.
Would you say that he's more of one that like worships privately, or is like going to the temple common for him?
Generally more privately. He's been somebody who has spent a lot of his time solo, just due to the nature of who he is and what he does. But he would be at least comfortable seeking out some knowledge from the temple as well.
Mm-hmm. I'm just trying to get into the mindset of like how your dad's
No.
viewing the fact that you want to go to the temple.
Yeah, it would. He's more known me to go out into the forest to pray.
Yeah.
So going to the temple would be like a little different than normal.
Okay. So he turns to the guards that showed up and said, I think we're fine. You can leave. He points to them and says, if you feel better about it, you can wait across the street. As they start to filter out, he looks back and he goes, for you to seek the assistance of the temple in whatever plagues your mind, I know you're dealing with chaos, but what are you getting yourself into that you need that direct guidance?
We think we have to go to Lustria, and we've heard of great beasts there. And if I'm to walk through those lands and hunt those beasts, I didn't feel it would be right to do so without spending some time seeking blessings from Kurnos and Isha. Especially dealing with diseaselings.
Mm-hmm. Just because I don't want to be looking it up right now, and you've looked into this more recently than I have. Kurnos is the god of the hunt, right?
Kurnos is the god of the hunt, and Isha is kind of the goddess of like fertility, but natural order.
Okay.
Over here, we worship her a bit like from what I know, most of the high elves, it's like they worship her for agriculture, but for us, it's more of like the whole balance of nature life that we walk with. And then Kurnos is more of the protection of the forest, the protection of what she creates, and then also living in harmony with animals, and then only hunting when it's needed. That's the one that of the two, Alder worships a lot more, like day to day. Is he pictures himself as more of a hunter of men. Or of mortals.
So he walks over to like his chair, and gestures for you to sit down beside Cardinal. Says, I understand that you feel the temple may be able to help you. At the same time, you and I both know that if you want Kurnos' blessing, you're much better off doing that in the wild. And if you're going to far off lands with rumors of great beasts, I don't think you need a blessing to do that. If anything, it seems like the purest form of hunt. That you're not going there for sport, anything that you would hunt, I assume you would be doing that for survival, whether it's for food that you need or because it's trying to make you into food.
That's true.
And as for Isha, if you're concerned about balance, the balance is either the creature kills you or you kill it. There's no dishonor in that. There's nothing. You don't have to be worried about angering the gods as long as you do it in the right way. And I know you know the right way to do it. Now this, he kind of gestures off to Margaret and goes, this might throw things a little bit out of balance. But that might be a different story. And that he adds in, and like this whole conversation's happened in Elvish.
Mm. Yeah, he was more rather recent addition. But about my friend that understands what we're saying, can you help him with his bow technique?
He leans out the window, looks up at the sun, goes, "Got a little bit of time. What's the concern?"
We're not going anywhere else today, so. And
That being said, I am still a very busy man.
If and Tobias will speak up. If you know, or if you can direct me to someone who would know, I can shoot the bow well enough, and I know a little bit of magic. I'm trying to combine the two, because all the things I can do just they don't seem enough, and we're running into bigger enemies, tougher chaos, worse magic.
When you're weaving the magic into your arrows, where is the magic coming from?
Just tiny little tricks my mother taught me way back when.
But where is that magic coming from?
I really don't know. I mean, like I move my hands like she said, and I kind of put it into the arrow and I shoot it. I'm not a wizard or anything. Like
Stands up, starts walking towards the back of the house, says, "Come with me."
all right, I'll go out with him.
And he's actually got like a decent sized range set up in his back because he spends hours every night making sure he's got that precision down. And he steps to the side, gestures for you to come forward, and says, "Show me."
All right, I'm gonna show him one of my classics. And I'll show him the grasping arrow. The old grasping arrow. And shoot it. Hit it at a target. And you see vines come out and wrap around the target. And if the target decided to get up and move, it would take slashing damage.
It's a nice trick. I learned that before I was 50. What else?
Tobias will take another shot. This time the arrow streaks out, and just the entire path of the arrow is just kind of a burning line. And you can tell as it passes through the target, anything that burning line would have touched at the target and beyond the target would have gotten hit as well.
Do that one again. And then, as you go to take the second shot, He steps forward and puts a hand on yours and stops you as you have the arrow fully drawn back and goes, "Now here. What do you feel here?"
Just a tiny tingle in my fingers as it's happening. I mean,
Okay. Now focus on that. Where does that come from? Why do you keep looking up? It's not up. It's not down.
Oh, sorry.
Or
I'm
are you looking
up
up because of the cat?
the cat's
about to
about to
jump.
jump on the table. He's half off his rest and he's threatening.
God.
Yeah, suddenly a cat goes kaboom, you know. No, stop that, Alvin. So what I feel is just tiny, just I feel like the magic's trying to course into the arrow, but it's hard to describe.
Focus on the feeling and shut out everything else. Do you feel it just in the hands? Or are you starting to notice it further up your arm?
Bias will take more shots, and as he's working at it, he'll start to feel it more up the arm.
Okay. Show me something else.
All right, now this one is a little weird. I got it out of a book from Prague, and I think it'll work, and I haven't done it yet. And Tobias is going to try... he's going to try a vine shot, where he shoots the arrow, and then suddenly where the arrow goes, there's a vine that goes out and sticks to the target, and actually grasps onto the target, 60 feet long at max, and if I can get it to work, and this is the first time I'm trying to do it.
I wouldn't say you get like the full 60 foot, but maybe like one that's 5 feet. Kind of flops out. It's like, okay.
Got it.
When you were taking that shot, what did you say to me?
I was saying the words that were on the spell. I don't really even know what language.
No,
it is.
no. You said, "I don't know if this is going to work."
Well, this is the first time I'm doing it. I've never even heard of this working before.
Stop second guessing yourself. Just take the fucking shot. Don't think about it. Just do it.
Right? Tobias is gonna...
With the understanding that you are going to accomplish that shot.
Tobias is gonna think for a second, imagine the rope, and he's gonna take the shot into the distance.
It took too long. You took too long. He points down. Now it's like instead of being 5 foot, it's like 10 feet. It's like, stop second guessing yourself. Just take the fucking shot.
Quick shot. Tobias takes it, just reaches back, throws it as fast as he can.
And when that arrow hits, you get that full 60 foot. The magic isn't hidden from you. It's not something that you're struggling to grasp. You need to have the confidence to wield it. And if you don't bother. If you want to use that, then where it needs to start is from you.
Okay.
And there's no tricks to it.
Tobias is just gonna spend a couple hours practicing. Just in the back here, and he's gonna burn. With this magic arrow, he gets one for free, and then each one after that costs a second wind. And he's gonna burn it all just to practice for the rest of the day.
Yeah. Archery is not complicated. As he pulls his own bow up, and in like a half a second sends an arrow down, and it hits right beside your vine, and just it's not so much like darkness forms as perception in that area just dims.
How'd you do that one?
I just took the shot. I knew it was going to make it dark.
Okay.
My dad's so cool.
Something else is about to get dark.
Alder
now.
whispers that to Cardinal as they're all watching out the window.
Yeah, is this
I
all
mean-
happening like in Elvish, or like, can
Yeah.
the rest of us actually understand that?
If you can't speak Elvish, you have no idea what's being said.
I assume
Well-
I'm reading the body language.
Yeah, Cardinal, I assume, would be able to pick up on the body language. And it's just like the disappointed father being like, what's wrong with you? Just do it.
Hold the flashlight steady.
Well, I assume everyone else is going to do research while we're spending time doing this, but we never spoke about it, so they could just be sitting there around the Elven IKEA living room.
Yeah, that's
That
exactly.
green
what
guy
we're
in chains doesn't read.
doing. So how
read.
long does Morgrim have to be in chains?
The whole time we're here.
And does he really have to be in chains
Probably.
the whole time?
My people don't take too kindly to orcs or dwarves wandering through.
Good thing we didn't bring Caligar. What if we set up the House of Cards and we just stayed in the House of Cards?
As you're looking around, you just see, like, mounted on a wall, probably like 100 dwarven beards that have been cut off and mounted. It's a
I
very good
pointedly
thing
do not
Caligar
look at
isn't
that
here.
direction. I pointedly do not look at that direction. Fucking elves.
How I'm picturing Mogrim getting through this is going through the ancient and mystical ways that orcs entertain themselves by participating in the game of boogie flicking.
Yeah.
Gross.
You remember
I was gonna
it
suggest
was-
something else.
that it was a story of ages gone by where there was an orc who did this like deft over under type maneuver and actually unveiled a temple to a long forgotten god called Nuffle.
Fuck.
It's Blood Bowl.
Hmm. I'm actually gonna try and keep Morgrim occupied by trying to arm wrestle him. And not break any furniture.
Shock, I want you to roll.
I need to roll a restraining or like.
I want
how
you
do
to
I not
roll
break her with the process?
an athletics.
Excuse me.
Oh, I'm great at it. That's 24.
Okay, so
Because his fist
Carla comes over and
is
like
a
says
regular
that
person's
she-
chest.
she wants to like keep you like get you engaged and arm wrestle. The moment you hear arm wrestle, you stand up and you pull your hands apart and the chain snaps.
Uh-huh.
Sorry. Figures. I'll watch over him.
As yeah, we go to find a suitable
Kitchen table. Kitchen table.
I
Okay.
will take a little bit of time to write down a detailed report of the recent journeys that we've been on since we left the Empire initially way back when. And make sure that that gets into Queen Mariset's hands.
Sure.
How long have we been at this? Like
Couple hours.
half a
maybe?
year?
A few months.
I at one point I was tracking like every major event that happened. And then Simple
gave
Calendar broke. I lost all of those notes. Simple Calendar now works again, And I thought about going back and putting all those notes in. That is too much effort.
So
So you guys started about the beginning of June, and it's now the middle of February.
yeah.
Okay.
Couple months.
Okay.
A couple long journeys at sea will do that to you.
Yep.
Well, we were wandering in the frozen plains for weeks, and we were wandering in
Yeah.
the desert for months. So, all right.
Got nice
Saving
Now,
the
just
world's
curious.
not a quick journey. But
Okay, contested athletics.
So I was about to say, is this a strength check? What are we rolling here?
Contested athletics.
Let's go. Ah, these dice.
Oh, you bounced my die into a 5.
Oh yeah, sure I did.
Yeah, you sat at the table and Mogrim, you're like, oh, I've got this. She's so tiny, so weak and puny. And like you put all your weight into it, and you just stopped at that midpoint. And Cardinal just gets this grin on her face, and she slowly pushes you down.
Just laughing with smugness the whole way.
Cardinal.
I think it's just gonna be like
Let
I
the
love
Wo-
being humble.
Let the
a
Wookiee
quick-
win, or it'll rip your arm off.
I'll rip his arms off.
I
Don't
think
fucking
it's gonna
try
be
me.
like as it starts moving backward, it's gonna be like a little like shock. Like he doesn't understand why his arm is going the other way, and then as it finally hits, he's gonna be like, "Yeah, again."
I turned to
That's
Audra.
like-
I got this.
Like, wait a minute, this one's not quite so squishy.
Oh god. And then I'm gonna cast guidance on myself for the next one.
Smart.
I personally think that after losing that first one, Mogrim would be kind of inclined to
Rage.
dip into that Wa energy and get some
Yeah, no, it's like, wait a minute.
get some real grit
I can-
going.
We can
Yeah,
have some
probably.
fun.
I'll try and keep him occupied as long as I can.
I want to see one more, but I want. Yeah, you're gonna rage for that one.
I'm 1d4ing
Wow.
myself. Ugh. 15.
That's 30.
So this time you pair up again, and Cardinal, you got that confidence. Like, you got this orc down once, you can do it again. You know, you got this belt that's like channeling your strength, and you look up at this massive mountain of muscle, and you see a concentration there that was never there before, and he starts breathing heavier, and like just that focus comes in, and when you count down, go 1, 2, 3, go, puts your hand through the table and cracks it in half.
Oh, I felt that one. Oh, I felt that one. It'll be fun.
While that's
He's gonna
happening,
just
can I?
stand up and then just like start dancing in a circle.
While that's happening, can I sneak out and deliver my report?
Yes.
I'll roll stealth if you want.
I mean, between the archery lessons in the back and the furniture breaking, arm wrestling in the front, I'm sure no one's gonna notice that you're gone.
Okay, it was a 26.
Sure.
Oh, beat me by 1. Beat me by 1.
Yeah, so I just go and deliver a full report to the Queen as her agent, and then make my way back.
The way you say agent implies that I actually know what you're talking about.
So the whole reason that Alder wound up working for the von Mildensteins is he is a spy for Queen Marisith.
The elves.
Yeah, specifically
Okay.
under Queen Marisith.
I wasn't saying you had to, like, drop that out. I'm just saying, it's been a while since I've read your backstory.
I know. I know.
Okay, but yeah, you deliver a report. That I'll get back to you on how that response happens.
That's fine.
Okay. So after a day of practicing in archery and Tobias, you feel confident enough that you can use these new abilities? Once you start believing in yourself. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can.
I know I
If
can.
if Mogram's over there, like he sees he's still outside, and he's just like this general air of dejectedness. I think even Mogram would just kind of like walk up behind him, and then just with his big old fat finger, like start just poking him in the back of the head, and just, if you stink like a grot, you stay a grot. You need to just do. Hit harder. Run faster. Think like a knob. And he's just
Don't
gonna walk
know
back.
what that means. And then Tobias will turn. He'll take a shot at the target, and the target explodes. Literally explodes. 20-foot bubble of explosion.
You just hear, ha! Dink like a knob.
He's pretty good at being a knob.
For over the table, grot is just like their word for goblin, and then a knob is like a big orc. Like there's us regular people,
I meant the
and then
British
like
one,
Arnold
yeah.
Schwarzenegger in his prime. Yeah.
Seems
See-
like we're training montage session.
Again, you're bringing the 40K in. It's not necessarily like knob
Oh,
is
Biggins. It's
Biggins. It's a
like,
biggin.
for
Um,
fantasy.
basic idea for orcs and how their society works is the stronger you are, the bigger you are, the darker their skin gets.
Mhm.
So they
Extra green.
extra green. Yeah, and when they're at a point where they're like considered the elite of orcs, they're considered a black orc. Like their skin is just so dark that it's practically black. And then you get into bosses and more bosses and stuff like that, and then you get to like, the bosses that have enough power that they form armies, and then they have enough power that they get enough armies together, they get a wall going. It's actually levels. Like orcs are kind of deep.
I'll be talking to Morgrim like the entire time Tobias is training and Alder's off gallivanting, doing whatever. I'm gonna talk to Morgrim and keep him occupied and be like, so tell me about orcs.
I just do want to point out that there is no R before the G. I don't know if
Mogrim.
it's just me, but it sounds like you're saying Morgrim, and it's Mogrim.
Oh, you just corrected him. He's gonna kill your character next session.
Oh no, my brain goes to Mogrim.
Actually.
Mogrim, however, I don't think he particularly cares that much, but no.
Don't bring in that R. If you call him Morgrim,
Yep.
that was the name of a cousin.
He's not.
They had problems with that cousin.
He got left back in the old tribe. No.
My bad.
You're just Mo now.
Mog. He's just Mog now.
Exactly.
Listen, Mog.
But yeah, no, sorry, random tangent.
You're good.
But yeah, no, I guess after that impressive display for what seems to be a regular Humi, because I don't think he has any damn clue what a Genasi is.
Probably.
What he considers to be a puny Humi, and that impressive display for that at least that first arm, I think he'd be excited, he'd be happy, he'd talk as much as an orc talks about society, which would probably be like, we'll talk a bit, and then we'll play a game of some sort, and then we'll talk a bit, and he'll think about punching you, but he won't do it because he's afraid he might break you, and then he'll talk a bit.
We'll
and
do
then
some
just
light
keep going on
sparring.
this back and
We'll do
forth.
some light sparring. I will cast Enhance Ability on myself, and we'll do some light fucking sparring. Okay.
Doc, roll a wisdom check for me. Just straight wisdom.
No, it's... 9.
You don't know what light sparring is.
That's
Yep.
alright. I'll be fine.
I just see it's like Cardinal comes in like a couple like jabs, and he just goes.
And then I learn
Backhand.
my lesson, and I go, okay. I took that personally.
He sees you coming in for that big old wind-up punch. He's like, yeah!
And I think the pièce de résistance for all of this is you're doing that in the house because you're fairly certain that if you go out of the house, you're going to get killed. And
Not even in the
Alder
backyard?
walks back in like that scene from Community.
Yeah.
We got the pizzas,
When-
walks into the
when
place on fire, just like shocked.
Yeah, Troy walks in on Thanksgiving and he's just like, what?
Cast flame
Yeah,
strike.
because like every piece of furniture is shattered to splinters.
my
There's no
dad's-
table, there's no couch.
My dad's gonna kill me.
As the random happenings drift towards the kitchen, does Magram pick up the scent of alcohol?
You wouldn't view it as alcohol.
Okay.
That's true.
I'd say that there's two things in the house that get spared: the booze cabinet
The upstairs.
and Kaylin's chair. That's it.
Because that's where I want to sit
Oh, good.
to take our breaks.
If somebody broke my dad's chair, that would be the end of me.
I'm sure we could repair this. Probably. Ugh. I kept him occupied, though.
You did?
Yeah,
I can
we
see.
left the house.
I can see that. It's very clear. Thank
Mhm.
you.
You're welcome.
Might as well come back in. So what did you guys find out?
That Morgrim's pretty strong. What are we supposed
No,
to be finding out?
about Nurgle.
Nurgle. We're not. What am I supposed? How am I supposed to research Nurgle?
Did you ask the elves?
Do they look like they talk to us? No, I didn't ask the elves.
Flies is gonna turn to the elves. You got a researcher here, someone who knows about Nurgle and the Chaos Gods? He'll say in Elvish.
Aside from
Aren't they outside?
you, there are no elves around that you can see.
Yeah, because Alder's
Nobody
dad
wants to
told
come
them
in.
to wait out, like, across the street if they had to stay nearby.
Easy, Alvin.
Alvin.
Sorry, he's playing with my.
No,
small
it's
skull.
like it. It's
Um,
adorable. I just need some.
Tobias will go out and he'll ask the elves out there.
You step out of the house and you don't see any elves.
He'll wave his hands like, "Hello, anyone there? I know you're there."
Nothing.
Fine. Tobias, stop it! Stop it! Ah, shit. Sorry. Tobias will
No, you're good. You're good.
will yell back into Alder. Where's the library?
I think I would
We
have
can't hear you,
to.
Booty.
I
Oh,
would
no,
have
they
to
are, they are.
ask permission for you all to enter.
Well, we're here for the day. We're leaving tomorrow morning. Anything's better than nothing.
I'll be right back. And I head out to go find somebody to ask permission for us to be able to. Not for them to be able to access.
And get some snacks.
So you're asking for permission for them to access the library?
Yeah.
Something tells me it's gonna be a big fat no.
Might be feasible for, like, card. Maybe to buy it.
The most polite way they can phrase it is they would rather burn all of the knowledge contained within than let any one of those step through these doors.
Even me?
Makes sense.
I'm adorable.
Yeah, but you're not a wood elf.
That's true.
I guess I will head back and tell everybody I'm gonna be pulling an all-nighter, and I'll spend the
You
night.
have fun.
I'll
Give me
give
the helmet.
Cardinal the helmet, and I'll spend the night researching everything I can on Nurgle,
Bef-
Lustria.
Gurgling.
Before you leave, Tobias would like to gather the party and quietly, out of the ears of everyone else, will say, now, like I said, Cain bragged that my elves have captured some settlements in Lustria. What that means, where they are, I don't know. So I was hoping to head back to Nagaroth to talk to them and find out. Separately, Cain is giving me the chance to kind of put the night witches out to pasture. But I'm going to have to talk to the head honcho. God, what the hell is his name? Sorry, it's been a while.
Back to Nagarond?
Malakath?
Oh.
Malakath. Yes, Cain's told me
Malekith. It's an
Malakath.
Listen, man.
I'd have
brain. Smart.
Well, he told me I'd have a chance to talk to him about changing how they do some things. And I'd like to take that chance now or soonish, before we get too deep into Lustria and we're gone for months again. Because he told me this before we started going out, marching across the deserts of Araby.
Now,
And I planned to get back months back, but, well, here we are.
DM, for my knowledge, when we closed the portal of Slanesh, that tower, that Sorceress Academy that was built above it, did it collapse? Did we see it collapse as everything crumbled?
Pretty sure we did.
The tower didn't actually collapse.
Okay. Because I remember that his mom, Malekith's mom, was like the head of that Sorceress Academy.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was
And
just
from-
I was trying to refresh myself on what level of damage we exerted in that town.
It doesn't have a basement anymore.
and from all the way back, Malekith may not necessarily agree with his mother worshiping Slanesh, but it's not something he can just let go for free.
Okay, so talk with me here. You want to go back to Nagarond? All of us?
Actually, so Nagaroth is the country, Nagarond is the capital city.
Yes.
Okay. Just making sure we're on the same page.
We just never went to Nagarond. We were
you've never actually been to
Nagarond.
Nagarond.
Where was
We went to
the city
Grand.
where your
Grand.
house is?
Clarkarond.
Clarkarond. And then you've also been to Karankar, is where you went into the Beastmaster lairs. You met up with the Temple of Cain in Harganeth, and then they sent you to the city of Grand, which is where the temple was, and the portal had you closed.
Yep. So I'd like to go back to Clarkarond, meet up with the matron, my grandmother, tell her all we're doing, see what information they have. We don't have a direct portal to Nagarond. And
you want to go talk to Malekith?
Yes. It might be crazy, and I kind of have been keeping a trump card in my back pocket to escape. But I think it's worth a shot. What do you guys think? Is it just too crazy now? Should we push it off? The problem is I've set things in motion, and the more I wait, the worse it's probably going to be.
How about we start with a couple of sendings to your grandmother?
Okay.
Pass some messages, get a check-in on the situation. Tell her your plan and see what she thinks.
All right, can you send spells right now? Or can you send messages right now?
Give me a second, and I will use my flash recall to prepare sending. I got a couple spell slots.
Just so that, in case, I don't know if you remember this or not, but you have reached out to her in the past and found that basically what you tried doing to set things in motion didn't go the way you thought it was going to.
Correct. I've for the viewers, I used a wish spell, and it took away all the Night Sisters magic, but that's it. They're still in place. They still have influence, but all it did was literally take their magic. Latila, the matron. So I'd say for the first sending, tell her we've closed the portal of Azinch. We're headed to Lustria. We need to know if the elves have any outposts in Lustria.
Okay. I'll keep it short and sweet. Do you need me to do the number counting thing, or?
No.
Okay, good. I do come on and say, going to Lustria, what's the situation?
Well, like,
back?
The response you get to that, asking, you lay out your plan as briefly as you can. You ask, are there any outposts in Lustria? The response you get back is essentially none that she's aware of. There's the possibility, but information is power.
No, Alvin. Sorry. I'll
You're good.
I've got 3 third-level spells, so that's 1. Couple fourth.
So, information is power. She wants more information. Well, I say you can tell her that she can claim our family as having closed the portal to Zinch. So that's power right there. That we're still working to take on Archaon and defeat the Chaos
other.
Gods.
I update her.
And then you can tell her that Cain has gifted me an opportunity to talk to Malekith. Am I crazy? Ask if I'm crazy.
So
100%.
I just want to keep it in mind that these can be sent 25 words at a time.
Yeah.
So it's update her that you've closed the portal of Zinch. You can use that to claim for the family to gain power. That's number 2, and then sending the message that Cain has said you can talk to Malekith is number 3.
Yes.
Okay. So we'll do this one at a time. So for the second one, she responds and says, "That's great. I will absolutely use that information. That doesn't change the fact that I don't know if any other families have established footholds in Lustria. I don't have that information."
That's fine.
And as for the third one, what was it you were saying again?
Is it crazy for him to do his talk to Malekith plan?
Cain has directly given me the opportunity to talk to Malekith about the worship of Cain. Am I absolutely nuts for wanting to do it?
There is a very long delay before you get a response.
I fucking bet.
Malekith has been the Witch King for 4,000 years. He is an Aryan's son. To answer your question, yes.
After Cardinal relays that back, Tobias is going to say, is it weird that I want to do it more now?
No, it perfectly fits your personality, 100%. Although, it's typical for this group. Otherwise, we wouldn't be traipsing all over the world fighting chaos gods and closing portals. But my honest recommendation, bookmark this for now. We're not nearly on the level of Malekith, the Witch King. Just casually talking to him and giving him suggestions. Just yet.
I'm not saying I want to fight him or even go against him. I'm just saying...
Tell him Kane's wishes or suggest some changes.
That's the thing. They're not even wishes. They're an opportunity to change. Alvin, Jesus, stop it.
The way Kane phrased that to you was a challenge he fully expects you to die doing.
Yeah, I understood that.
Okay.
How about if we managed to defeat fucking Archaon? We'd have that under our belt, and that would give you a fairly decent amount of power to be able to do suggestions like talk to your royalty. Thousands of years old.
Yeah, that might be, like I said, that might be the smart play, but I've already set things in motion, and by the time we finish that, those things might be undone. I don't know. I don't know the answer. I just know what I want to do.
Sometimes we do our best, and we work with it. Even if they gain power again, the portals will still be closed. The cycle will begin once again for the next Everchosen, but we'll buy ourselves a little bit of time. Or humanity.
I still think it'd be worth it to find out, even if we're not going to Nagarond, it might be worth it to visit the matron. See if we can figure out if...
a lot closer to where we're trying to go.
Yeah, well, no. The elves, Ulthuan is a bit closer.
Yeah. We can teleport to Clarkarond one of these days. But we're not leaving the house. Right? We're not planning to leave the house and wander around the city of Clarkarond, because I did not like the city.
Well, we got there, what was
One
it?
bit.
During the
June,
Blood Festival.
July-ish. So as long as we're not there during that, and that was part of the problem to begin with.
We haven't worked
You
now.
you guys hold that thing once a month, don't you?
No, I thought it was just... DM, was it just once a year?
The Night of Blood is once a year.
Oh,
Once a
okay.
year, okay. Tobias will say just once a year. It's still stupid, but...
I'd say if you really want to talk with your grandmother, we can spare a day, just like we've done for spare a day and a night, right? Just like we did for Aldrin.
Well, if we can teleport in and teleport out, as long as we're judicious with the teleports. But do you have one more message you can send her?
Yes.
Send her... Ask her politely if she can find out if anyone has any outposts, captured cities, anything close to Lustria. And
about if we're going to visit?
And then we'll
hours?
visit at least for a few hours in a day or two. See if she has any other wisdom or insight or knowledge about Lustria in general.
I'll do a 4th level sending. Tell her exactly this, and when would be a good time to stop by for tea for a couple of hours? Tobias asking.
If you're planning to be here within a couple days, I won't have an answer for you. That information is gonna take a long time to find. but tea can be at your convenience.
I love your grandmother. She said tea's at her convenience, information not so much.
Hold off a few days. I mean,
More
It's
than
gonna-
a few days. It's gonna take a couple
Okay.
weeks at least. So maybe once we're somewhere in Lustria. Or somewhere near Lustria.
should we stop by Altdorf? Do you think
Why?
Ezekiel has anything?
In Lustria?
Well, we're
Being very
could drop
familiar
a
with the
message.
von Mildensteins, I would be fairly certain that Ezekiel doesn't have much connections there, correct?
Because there's not much people there.
Yeah, like the elves have little to no information on it. The chance that anyone in the Empire has anything more is slim to none.
I highly doubt Ezekiel would know anything.
It's not like Araby this time. We're going into a land that has no civilization that we know of.
Or with
I'm just trying to
civili-
find better
I know.
answers than what we have.
Yeah, it's a good try. I think our focus if we're going back to Othwan, are we going... Yeah, we should probably go back from Othwan and then sail from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need... If there's stuff you want to pick up now that you're back home, material-wise, now be the time to do it. And then once we get back to Othwan, shopping, stock up, because once we're in Lustria.
I'll just say rather than the library, because I think Alder would know that while there's a good bit of knowledge here, it's not as much as would be in Ulthuan. I think he would actually spend the night in the forest alone. Even though he knows that he can probably doesn't need a blessing, he's still going to spend some time maybe hunting or something to set his mind straight for where we're going.
Okay. And how I'd say that goes is, you know that hunting these woods in the winter is rarely fruitful. But as you're going, you're kind of reciting these small prayers to Kurnos. And you're gone for most of the day. You start getting towards the evening, and you actually pick up a trail. You follow it, and it takes you deeper into the woods to a point. It's a place you've never been before, which is surprising. You thought you knew every inch of these woods, but you got to a point where there is no snow on the ground. And kneeling at the base of a tree in this clearing is one of the most magnificent stags you've ever seen. And you raise your bow to take the shot, and it looks directly in your eyes and doesn't move.
I think Alder pauses and then slowly undraws the bow.
There's... What?
I think he kind of decides that I don't really need to kill this animal right now.
And as you just stand there, your bow, you've unknocked the arrow. The stag stands up, walks towards you, and just leans down and briefly touches its muzzle to your shoulder, and then keeps going off into the woods.
I think he'd spend a little bit of time taking in this scene. Kind of like a silent, not even so much as a prayer of just admiring like the silence and the beauty of this place before heading back.
Okay. As you walk away from that clearing back out into the snow, you turn around and you're thinking to yourself, it's, again, just if something feels weird that you've never seen this place before, you turn back. You have no idea how to get there. And that's where we're going to end tonight.
Nice.
Nice.
You get that. You're blessed. Hashtag, well,
Hashtag
it's a good run.
blessed.
Hashtag blessed by the gods. No biggie.
No filter. Woke up like this.
We just gotta get Morgan blessed, and then we'll have a whole party of divine and infernally blessed peeps.
Mogrim just has to believe he's blessed.
That's true. We'll get him there. Unless he already is. Interesting. Only one way to find out. Anyways, I'm
pulling from 40k. He is the prophet of Dwa.
Yes.
Well, I look forward to the next session. If you've liked our content, join us on Sunday for Herald of Rain, a different campaign which I run. If you like Assassins and 13th century Silk Road shenanigans, join us then. If you like our bi-weekly Tuesday campaign when Allies Rise for more high fantasy, crystals and magic and new gods rising and old gods disappearing, join us every other Tuesday, so not next week but the week after. Or you can join us once again on Wednesday for another episode of Rise of the Everchosen. We are still raising money. Just as a reminder, if you have a little extra, feel free to donate. It goes to Extra Life and the kids in Mac, Ontario for life-saving procedures for kids. So, a good cause. In the meantime, you can also check out Springer's Knives. Excellent for raging wah, as it were. Gorgeous and customizable. So give him a shout out and support your local businesses. In the meantime, we're going to go raid somebody, I do believe.
Yeah, we're going to be raiding Fiora the Tank Girl. She's currently playing some Warhammer Fantasy RPG. So just kind of felt appropriate tonight. So show them some love, and we will see you all back here on Sunday for Herald of Rain.
And just real quick, I want to say for everyone, I spent all day prepping for you either guys to go to the World's Edge Mountain or to get on a ship and to go to Lustria, and you fucking didn't. Like, I was cramming to get it in. And no, we're going to spend the whole time role-playing.
Hey, that just means you're prepped for next session already, right?
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
I'm not going to do either.
I did bring up we should get adamantine armor, and then you did lead off with the World's Edge Mountains being right there, but no, nobody decided to go for that.
That is not what I prepared for at all. So
yeah, but still, it would have at least gotten us in that direction.
Well, we are about to raid out to Fiora the Tank Girl. Please show them some love, and like you said, we'll see you back here Sunday for Herald of Rain. All that's left to say is bye, everybody.